That's right. Don't applaud then, you bastards. Stop it. And now, I'm very excited because this weekend is Oscar weekend. It's a very exciting time in Hollywood. You can see Hollywood out there. And my borough is out there somewhere. Yeah, I'll keep a little hole in the ground here, you know, and a bigger hole in the ground out somewhere else. Anyway, look, people say to me, wait a minute, you're a rabbit. You don't enjoy movies. Wrong. I love going to the cinema, especially when Raisinets. See, I don't personally eat Raisinets, but I do like enjoying playing rabbit-based practical jokes on other people who are. Yeah, exactly, yes. So, the thing is, a lot of people say, well, you're a rabbit, you don't watch films. That's wrong, I love films. My Oscar pick for this year is Watership Down. It's a tragic story of rabbits who... Actually, it's a terrible film. Well, it's a good film if you like enigmatic allegory, but who knows what that is? I mean, if you're literal-minded like me and many other idiots, you think that Watership Down is about rabbits getting killed, which, of course, on the surface it is. But underneath, it's about other things that I don't understand. Because when the first rabbit gets it in the neck, I'm like, oh, this, no. Anyway, if Hollywood can make a film where rabbits get killed, why can't they make a film where rabbits sing? I look forward to your letters that tell me about films that rabbits sing in. You smug idiots. And a lot of people say to me, Sid, you're not funny anymore, you're just abusing the people who watch you. And I'm like, yeah, that's edgy. and now I'll pace up and down the stage as well. A lot of people say to me, Sid, why are you always on one camera? That's not true, look at this. Whoa! Yay!
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Sponsored by Expedia, where you book matters. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Sit down. It's all right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Please stop your cheering and applause. Oh. This audience looks a bit scared, almost as if they've been bullied by some kind of desperate man whose very salary depends on them laughing at my inane drivel. It's almost as if there's somebody here whose very job demands that people find me funny even when I am not. That's right, and that man is me. Don't think I don't see you. don't like you. Never mind, it's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. I am very excited. It is only a few days away from a very great day, Justin Bieber's 17th birthday. He said, and I quote, he said that we were spending his birthday sharing cheesecake with his grandma. These kids today, I swear, it's impossible to keep up with their slang for sexual acts. Hang on, I'm just giving the censor a minute to go through that. I'm sharing cheesecake with my grandma. In your pants?
Sex robot.
No. Anyway, I'm very excited because on Sunday, of course, it's the Oscars, or Academy Awards if you want to get technical. It's a special night when Hollywood's biggest stars dress in Hollywood's fanciest clothes and they go to Hollywood's crackiest neighborhood. And here in LA, it is very cracky up there. Here in LA, the Oscars is like a national holiday. People spend all weekend putting on their mascara, getting the lipstick right, taping the boobies together. And the women are worse. It takes a long time. That annual Oscar joke brought to you by T-Mobile. Is it? I don't know, it might be. Anyway, I haven't seen all the Best Picture nominees. It was easy to see them all when there was only 5. Now there's like 25 or something. There's more Best Picture nominees than there are Kardashians. I guess I can just rent the lesser-known ones in a couple of months, just like the Kardashians. It's a joke. My favourite movie of last year was True Grit. Now, there's 3 things to support it for Best Picture in my book. 1, it's got an old guy with a bushy beard. 2, it's got a girl who won't take any crap. And 3, it's the only one I've seen. That's actually not true. I also saw The King's Speech, which is the favourite to win. It's a lovely movie, The King's Speech. If you haven't seen it, here's a trailer.
My husband is, well, he's required to speak publicly.
Way out here, they got a name for wind and rain and fire. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on.
Perhaps he should change jobs.
They start to all smell the same.
I thought I had a chance. A chance.
Ah, it makes me happy. No, of course, it's not about Larry King. It's about the King of England who had to come over a stutter. A stutter. What are the odds? The people with stutters are tricky. You're not allowed to make fun of them anymore. They used to be our enemies, now they're friends. No, wait a minute, that's the Russians. Anyway, what I'm saying is, you can't make fun of people with speech impediments anymore. Not since Elmer Fudd bought a shotgun. No, you can't! I'm not making fun of speech impediments. I'm making fun of the idea that, oh, never mind. Anyway, the irony was that the stuttering king ascended to the throne on the eve of World War II, and he had to go on the radio and inspire millions of people, but he was terrified. Now, this may also surprise you. I am also terrified of speaking in front of large groups of people. That is why I do this show. Where the number is limited. And the word people is defined rather loosely. The king needed Geoffrey Rush's character, who was an Australian, to fix his stutter so he could go on the radio and tell Hitler to shove it, which he did. But if the king's speech problems were cured by an Australian, why didn't the king end up talking like an Australian, which would have been awesome? Crikey, Hitler, call that a moustache. Why, I've seen more hair in a kangaroo's nuts. Why, you Hitler. Anyway, the King's Speech is front-runner for Best Picture, so the other studios are spreading rumours about it. And this is true. Just this week, it was revealed that the sets were used in the King's Speech were also used for a gay porno. Now, no. And then I thought, oh, yeah, because I thought I recognised the throne room. I mean... Crikey! Anyway, Colin Firth will probably win Best Actor for his portrayal of King George. He's a great actor, Colin Firth. He's like Hugh Grant, but better at acting and less prostitute-y. And he doesn't overact. He doesn't play a jerk either. He never plays a jerk. He always plays a decent man in a bit of a bind. Doesn't he? He always he's a decent man in a bit of a bind. In Bridget Jones, he was a man in a bit of a bind. He was Love Actually, man in a bit of a bind. King George in this movie, he's a man in a bit of a bind. Then the bind was World War II. That's a bit of a bind. Mamma Mia, Colin Firth dressed up in spandex. That's a different type of a bind. Did you see Mamma Mia? I love that movie. But Pierce Brosnan's in that movie, and he has to deliver the worst line ever in a movie when he says to Meryl Streep, "I see you kept my bagpipes." In an otherwise flawless movie, why would you have that line? Anyway, in real life, King George is the father of the current Queen of England. And the Queen of England actually saw the movie and said that she liked it, which is strange because she usually prefers, you know, movies like Scarface. Say hello to my little friend! England doesn't have a queen right now, does it? A king? No, it's got a queen, yeah. A queen, 4 princes, and that gorgeous princess. What's her name? David Beckham.
It broke my ankle again.
All right, then.
Breaky poo?
Yeah, breaky poo. Yeah, commercial break time.
No way.
All right, then. We'll just keep going. See? No, we can't. It's commercial television. We have to pay for the expensive sets and the lighting and the view of Los Angeles, the robot, the very expensive clothing, the very expensive imported host. Yeah. Anyway, it's commercial break time.
We're the only thing on CBS now.
That would be funny. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. What do you think? I got my thing here for pointing. I like to point it and ask you what you think. What do you think? But I don't really care. I do, and so does CBS.
Sex robot.
Oh, shut up. All righty, what time is it, Jeff Peterson?
Tweet mails and don't be stingy.
Sometimes I think this show is getting too professional. Then the horse comes out. This is from Paul in Berlin, Germany. Now, if you know anything about me, you know when I get the emails from Germany, I like to read them in a German accent. It's what the German folks enjoy. So Paul says, "Dear Craig, I have to write a poem for English class, and I have no idea what to write about. Can you help me?" "Yes, I can. Here is a poem for your English class. There was a young man from Leeds who swallowed a packet of seeds. A lump of grass shot out of his arse, and this was all covered in weeds. It's not old if you do it in a German accent. All right, this is from Corey in Smithfield, Rhode Island. And if you know anything about me, you know when I get an email from Smithfield, Rhode Island, I read it in a Scottish accent because that's what the folks in Rhode Island want. Corey says, hey, Craig, I'm a struggling stand-up comedian, so my parents want me to go back to school and get a degree. Should I give up the dream or keep trying? Well, if your parents have still got a say in your career, how long have you been struggling? You know, you might want to know this, though, that the training, the college period, the training period for a stand-up comedian is about the same as a brain surgeon. You have to study for a long time, is what I'm saying. Now, are brain surgeons more important to the world than stand-up comedians? Yes, of course they are. Are they smarter and more qualified? Yes. So why did you draw that thing then? Because I'm a desperate man. Well, you know, go back to school, keep trying. Don't give up on your dream, though.
Sex
No,
robot.
no. CBS cares. Not sex robot. No. This is from Vernon in Cumberland in Maryland. I love Maryland. I got crabs there once. Vernon says, hi, Craig. I'm 42 and thinking of starting over and going back to college. Do you think at my age I should stay in my profession or give it a try? 2 people asked me for career advice. If I had any career advice to give, I would be sitting in this stuff. This is, no. This is from Trevor in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. This is from Sue in Overland Park in Kansas, who says, Dear Craig, do you think people have shorter attention span than they used to with modern technology, or is it just more... Oh, This is from James in Springfield, Illinois, who says, hey, Craig, my father works for the government and has pushed me to consider a career in politics. Is this sound advice or lunatic? This is from Anne in This is from Jessica in Largo in Florida, who says, Dear Craig, what do you think of electronic cigarettes? I'm for them. I'm thinking of trying them, but I don't want to look like an idiot. Yeah? Take your pick. They have electronic cigarettes. Is that like to stop smoking? You have an electronic... well, you know, I stopped smoking the old-fashioned way by stopping smoking. Here's what you do. No, I smoked a lot for a long time, but I noticed that if you stop putting them in your mouth and lighting them, it just goes away. But Craig, no, it has to be more difficult than that. It's not more difficult than that. You want to stop smoking? Stop smoking! It's like, yes, but addiction is an illness. I agree. I am an addict. Here's the first step. Stop taking the... And then you can deal with the illness. But it goes until that... Why have I turned into this guy? I tell you, you relax for 2 minutes, you turn it into a complete... Rocky Dingo. Or maybe that's the way I am in real life. No, that's the way I am in real life. Oh, you know what's coming up now? This is my favorite part of the show. Commercial break. We'll be right back. First guest tonight is a very beautiful actress. She's in a new film called Happy Thank You More Please. I've had a nickel for every time I'd said that. It's in theaters March 4th. Take a look at this clip.
He looks like he should be making balloon animals at birthday parties. Why do I have to be with balloon animal guy?
You don't have to do anything. He sounds great. That's all. I want you to be happy. And his name's Sam. Come on, it's a strong name.
And this coming from the guy who likes his girls with belly button rings and the lower back tattoos.
That is outrageous.
Half their lives doing spinning classes. And I'm sure Alabama's a homely fat girl with a kickin' personality.
Mississippi.
Whatever. Red states.
Please welcome the lovely Malin Akerman, everybody. Malin Akerman. In your green dress. Look at you.
I was actually over at The Price is Right auditioning to become a model. Just thought I'd give it a shot.
Well, you're obviously implying the, referring back to what happened on Tuesday when the audience here was from The Price is Right.
Yeah, I watched that show on Tuesday. It was a great show.
I'd knock it off. Ooh. Look at your ring.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that some kind of medieval armor?
Swedish Viking armor. I get nervous when I sit beside you because you are...
Grabby?
Yeah.
I'm not.
And you're wearing a sperm tie tonight, which is a little bit... It's fascinating. I mean, it's a Friday night tie.
Paisley.
Oh, I see. Okay. In Sweden, we call that sperm, but that's cool.
Well, we call sperm in America paisley.
Oh, great. Paisley. All right. Now I know what to tell my husband when we got to get pregnant. Give me some paisley.
CBS Cares.
Peterson.
Peterson, yeah. You're Swedish and you think that Jeff is Swedish. He's not, but I like the way you say Peterson. Like that, it's just great.
I actually went on Ancestry.com. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
And we're distant cousins. I checked it out. His
Jeff
dad.
Peterson?
Yeah.
So it's not Jeff Peterson, it's Jeff Peterson?
Peterson, yeah. Distant cousins from father's, mother's, sister's brother.
And probably some...
Sex party.
Yeah, all right.
Sex party.
Yeah,
Swedish.
Now, Sweden is, it's not just drunks and smoked fish, is it? There's other things there. There's, oh, you've got the girl with the dragon tattoo. That's Swedish.
That we do have, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you read those books?
No. But I watched the movies.
Oh, right, yes. No, I like the movies a lot.
Did you see them?
Yes,
all of them?
yes. Yeah, not all of them. I've seen the first one and the second one, and I read the first book, and I was like, oh, this is great. And then I read the second book, and I was like, pretty good. And then the third book, I was like,
You were over it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And I've talked to a lot of people the same way. Are you a voracious reader? Do you like crime novels or anything?
You know what? I'm not a voracious reader. I like novels like Paulo Coelho. I don't know if you ever heard of 11 Minutes.
Yes, of Paulo, The Alchemist. Yeah,
The Alchemist, and he's got a ton of really great books.
Right, yeah. No, I read The Alchemist. I haven't read any of the other ones. It's quite spiritual stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that one is, definitely. But then you read 11 Minutes, and it's about a Brazilian girl who comes over to Europe and thinks she's going to get work, and instead she becomes a prostitute.
That's like me coming here.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, you would really love it. You can
I remember liking the book at the time. I read it a long way back. Yeah. Did they ever make a movie of that? They were going to?
I don't think so, no.
Well, what's this movie about? Where's your eyebrows in this film? What happened?
I shaved them off.
Oh, you shaved them off?
Yeah, I did, because I thought, she is actually a woman who has alopecia.
Oh, right, yeah. A friend of mine got that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just everything fell out. All his hair.
All of it. It's all gone.
His whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
But
that's like great for certain things. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah,
but we don't get into
he's fine, but I think it was shock or something. Does that what
it can be many things. It could be just, it doesn't have to be shock at all. It can just be, it could be hereditary. It could be, they don't really know why it happens.
Right.
But the alopecia universalis is where you lose all of your hair everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
And so I really went method.
You did? You did?
Totally.
Oh,
just shaved it all off. And
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's what my husband said too. Yeah.
You're going to need your ring in a minute.
Yeah, from Peterson over there.
Yeah, Jeff Peterson will be right over here. Do you go back to Sweden much?
I do. I go back at least once a year, if not twice, and visit family over there.
Right.
Or I'll say,
Do you kayak around the fjords?
Wow, that's very interesting how you perceive kayaking on grass. Fjords are
grass?
Yeah, they're not really water.
They're not water?
No.
What other lies have you been telling us, you Swedish monster?
And it's also Norway, but that's
Norway?
cool.
Norway has fjords. Yeah. Sweden has lakes.
We have Ladies.
Ladies.
Drinks.
Ladies' drinks.
Ladies drinks, yes.
What are you meaning? What, in Sweden, you have sauna. I've been to Sweden. I went to the one in the middle there, Stockholm.
Stockholm, yeah, which is a great city, which is where I'm from.
Right, it's a lovely place.
Where we eat really rotten fish. Did you ever try the rotten fish?
I tried some, what is it called? Lutefisk?
Lutefisk,
Yeah.
Gesundheit.
Yeah. No, what's it again?
Lutefisk.
Lutefisk.
Yeah,
a lot of people in the Midwest are from that part of the world, or their ancestry is.
Minnesota.
Yeah, and they eat a lot of the lutefisk.
Yeah.
And what is it?
It smells for a long. It's just rotten fish. It's like way back in the day when we didn't have refrigerators.
Yeah.
Which
don't say that in front of a Price is Right
well,
audience.
Yeah, I mean, they give them away on the Price
mention a
is
refrigerator
Right.
and they start salivating. I can get surprise!
Yeah, they didn't have them, so there were no refrigerators.
Is that why the Vikings were so angry and grumpy? Because they had to eat rotten fish?
I mean, that would make me pretty angry, wouldn't it? I mean, it doesn't smell good, and you have to kiss that, and it's nasty.
Vikings, did Vikings kiss?
I think so.
That's adorable.
Yeah, they kind of mash lips together really well.
Hey, I played a Viking in a movie.
You did not?
In an animated movie, because all the Vikings, it was How to Train Your Dragon, and the Vikings had Scottish accents. We did it.
That's great.
Yeah.
How did it work out?
I think the Swedes were a bit upset, but everyone else was fine.
That's great. I haven't seen it yet, but I will totally go see it now.
It's on DVD, available for all the family.
Great, fantastic. Or you could probably get it for free on The Price is Right.
No. I don't know. They don't give away DVDs in The Price is Right. No, they give away DVD players on The Price is Right.
Well,
do you watch game shows?
Not much, no, but I do watch The Price is Right, of course.
Do you really?
Yeah, no, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Did you ever watch it?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times.
Did you watch it pre or post Bob Barker?
Both.
Oh, really?
I've seen both.
So, what's your favourite? Thin Drew Carey, Fat Drew Carey?
I like something to grab onto. Yeah, I like.
You're welcome here.
Yeah.
You're welcome here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because I have to. Drew's been a friend of mine for a long time, but I'm concerned about this consistent weight.
Yeah, he's gonna become like
he's
Lily
healthy
Tomlin
and looks well and everything else.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not the Drew Carey I know, I tell you that.
We gotta slip him some burgers and some pizzas so that he's back to
there's no need to do that either. You know, I've seen him eat. You don't want to see that.
Okay. All right, we'll let it be.
Do you ever? You're in very good shape. Do you exercise a lot? Do you
I have an Italian husband.
Is that a sex thing?
Maybe.
Is it a sex thing?
Stamina. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What's coming to go in, baby? You look crazy good tonight.
Hey, they're passionate. What can I say?
Yeah.
No, I do a lot of walking. We're right by a
That's
canyon.
the best exercise you can get.
It's fantastic. We're in California. The sun shines pretty much every day.
Yep.
So you can just get out and go for a really great walk.
Well, I walk around this area here.
Totally, yeah. That's a long walk.
Yeah, it is. It's a long walk from there to that little light over there and then back.
What is that light? Where's that?
Actually, I think it's a it's a flashlight held backstage by an intern. Actually.
Great. That's amazing. Backstage with your horse.
Oh. You
I
saw
like a good horse.
Do you like the horse?
I do. I love a good horse.
Can you handle it?
I don't know. Can you handle it?
Maybe I can. Who's that at the door? Nice! Malin Akerman, everyone, over! Come in. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. My next guest is a host of a real television show. It's got unlike this. It's called The Amazing Race Unfinished Business. It's on Sundays at 8 o'clock on CBS. Craig, you're a bit of a rebel. That's right, baby. Take a look at this.
What is the element BI business? Does that mean anything to you?
They're straight. Go up to the corner and turn left.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, good job, guys.
it's hot.
Yeah.
This is not easy.
I'm just glad I don't have to carry Zev in my pouch yet. This is gonna take a while, I think.
Whoa.
Zev, I'm going. Come on.
Please welcome Phil Keoghan, everybody. Phil Keoghan.
I'm very good.
Good. That's a kangaroo costume?
Yes.
Is that a weird kind of sexual subculture thing? People dress up as kangaroos? And...
Yes, well, there is that. But yes, no, there is.
You intrigued? Really?
Yes, you are absolutely fascinated with kangaroos, aren't you?
I am recently, because we started broadcasting the show in Australia, and I hear there are kangaroos all over the place.
Everywhere.
There. Yeah.
Yes, there are.
And also, Carrie Fisher brought me a pair of kangaroo testicles,
yes.
which I find remarkable. There you go.
That's the first time I've had other balls in my hands.
No, it's not, Phil.
I think it is.
Cast your mind back to the CBS party.
Yes, you're right.
Best damn night of your life.
That's right. How are you? So the Amazing Race this time, why unfinished business?
Well, because we had a lot of bickering from, a lot of the teams saying that they would have done this, they could have done that, they should have done this. And there are a lot of teams that have really good stories. I don't know if you've seen, like, some of the teams that got so close, like Keisha and Jen, they stopped off to have a pee just before they checked into the pit stop.
That's the rules, though, man. If you lose, you lose. You pee during a race.
But we figured, you know what? Some people deserve a second.
Sorry. I forget.
I've been here for like a minute and 30 seconds. So far, I've seen testicles and a snake. I mean, it's... And there was some horse running around back there.
No, that happened. It's, in fact, the best damn night of your life. That's what we're going to...
Who needs the internet when you could be here?
Well,
I mean,
that's
seriously.
true. We're kind of like a low-rent, sexy website.
You don't have to pay for this, right?
No, you don't. This is CBS. No, you don't pay. The Amazing Race is free too. The people just
everything.
Watch. But you go everywhere, man.
Yes.
Do you even know where you've been now?
Sometimes it does get a little confusing, and I do wake up in the middle of the night, and I have walked into walls. I mean, quite literally, because you get up out of bed in the middle of the night to pee, and
don't pee with you.
I'm over 40 now. No, I'm just saying, as you get over 40, do you find?
All the time. Yeah, it takes me about 3 hours to pee.
I never used to get up in the middle of the night to pee, but now I'm like 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what it is. I'm like, I got to pee. So I get anyway.
Yeah.
So you get up and you don't know where you are.
That's why I get big numbers for this show.
Really?
Yeah. They put the show on in the middle of the night. People go out for a pee, turn it on, watch it.
I gotta turn you on sometime when when I'm away there in the middle of the night. Turn you on and see what's going on.
Well, let us know when you're getting up. Phone in, and I'll say, keep going.
It's the worst feeling, though, seriously. Anyway, you get up and you don't know where you are, and you walk into a wall, and then you're trying to find the light switch, and then you can't remember what country you're in.
Staying in different hotels all the time?
Yeah, all the time. Or sometimes.
Do you have a place that... Sometimes you don't stay in a hotel?
Well, no, a lot of times, like, a lot of people don't realize that when we shoot the race, we shoot 12 episodes in about 23 days.
Right.
So a lot of times, we're just rushing to always stay ahead of the teams.
Well, it's a race, man.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of people don't know... A lot of people don't know that the production is so tight.
Yeah.
So they think that I'm sitting at a pool or something, having a pina colada while the teams are racing around or something.
Right, but you're not. You have to race faster than them.
We have to wait for the we get there for the first team, wait for the last team, then try to have the first team again to the next leg, and so it just keeps going on and on.
You should travel by air.
We've thought about that.
Yeah.
A charter would be good, wouldn't it?
A what?
A charter flight.
Oh, a charter flight?
Yeah, a charter flight. Sorry, yes.
It's Oscar weekend.
Yes, I know.
A charter flight.
A charter flight, yes. I think Les has one of those. Maybe we should...
No such thing. No. All CBS employees from the very top to the very bottom all fly coach. That's what I was told.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Is that not true?
No, it's not true. That's not true.
Why?
But it would be nice to have access to a charter.
I'd like a jet. Yeah, I'd like a private jet.
It would make life a lot easier for us.
I fly a little plane,
I know, and I heard because you had a fear of flying.
I did, yeah.
So you decided, well, the best way to conquer that, get in a plane, fly.
Yeah, that's right.
Learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I've been watching you, watching the show.
Oh, yeah, when you can't sleep, of course, when you're having to pee. Hey, what are you afraid of, then? Are you afraid of flying? Probably not.
Well, actually, tight spaces, claustrophobic, terribly claustrophobic. So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, how are you doing in here?
You're making me uncomfortable now.
That's not a real window, man.
Yeah.
This is a very small space.
It looks big on TV.
I know. That's the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look that big on TV.
That's what you want to hear.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
yes,
penis.
Yeah, you're right.
Now listen, on a rather more serious note, you're from New Zealand, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Born in Christchurch.
Have you been back down there since
I'm leaving tonight.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm on a plane tonight. My family lives there. My friends. Yeah, it hasn't been a very good week.
Obviously, yeah, terrible.
A lot of friends, and where I got my first job in television, a lot of the people that I worked with have been caught up in this, and one of the buildings, the television buildings, collapsed. You might have seen, and I mean, the whole city is decimated. And I wanted to get on a plane and go down and help straight away to do something, you know. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not a rescue person. So you sort of feel helpless because you think, I don't want to be another person there. You know, like, what do you do? So I decided the best thing I could do was to see if I could get some PSAs here in the United States on to have people go to the Red Cross, New Zealand Red Cross, to support there.
Is that the thing to do, New Zealand Red Cross, then? That's
the best place to donate, you know, to support. But more than that, the message that I really want to communicate, and I'm going down to do some news stories, is I want to communicate that people need to travel to New Zealand. This is a national emergency, and if people stop going to New Zealand, the economy is so small and tourism is so important that if people cancel trips and they don't travel to New Zealand because they think...
So they want people to go then?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the city of Christchurch, which is a small city. The rest of New Zealand is open for business, and we need to communicate that. Because, in all seriousness, it could absolutely collapse the economy if people just stop coming to the country. So what I want
to New Zealand.
It's the best thing that people can do. You know,
I think people feel kind of weird about that. Like, you know, one of the towns isn't as terrible. You know, and you go to another part and go, oh, this is where they made Lord of the Rings. I mean, it might be.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but but to be, you know, in all seriousness, it is actually the best thing that people can do to feed the economy. I mean, feed the economy. Come and be there. Go to Queenstown. Go see where they.
I always go to Queenstown.
Yeah, great place. You're not that type.
No one ever says that, do they, about Queenstown? I always go to Queenstown.
No, you're the first.
Yeah.
You're the first.
Do you know that I've got distant relatives in New Zealand?
Have you?
Yeah, they own a store called Ferguson's, apparently. Is there a Ferguson's in New Zealand?
I'm sure there is. I mean, is it in Dunedin or something? Because there's a lot of Scots that went to that part of...
kind of rings a bell, apparently, way back on my father's side, there's some Fergusons there that owned a store called Ferguson's.
That makes sense. No, I mean... Ferguson, that makes perfect sense.
I don't know what they sold, and they probably made a lot of money because we never heard a word from them.
Really?
Not a word, don't I? Come on over.
Yeah, a lot of Scots down there.
Yeah, there's
in that part of in the South Island. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, you know why? Sheep.
Yeah. They're all scared. Right? Yeah. Didn't they have
best damn night of your life.
You learned so much on this show, really.
I know, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Listen, look, give our best to the people in Christchurch and let us know if anyone wants to send any money, the New Zealand Red Cross, and if you have a trip planned to New Zealand,
cancel.
Don't cancel, please go. Phil Keoghan, everybody.
Absolutely.
All right,
thank you so much.
Next week on The Late Late Show, Hugh Laurie, Isaac Mizrahi, and Neil Patrick Harris.